the process that follows the elaboration of the Iberian hams of acorn in our industrial facilities. With our trucks we transport the pigs from our own properties to the slaughterhouse, that they happen there at finishes night, where they are treated to diminish to the maximum the stress. Once sacrificed, generally at dawn, we will look for them with our truck of transport of channels. The slaughterhouse returns us the clean pig, without viscera, without hair and opened up lengthwise. Subsequently in our split room it is fractioned in big pieces, just as hams, front legs, loins, spine, ribs, or the meager one in general. After the division, hams and yokels are placed to the refrigerating camera by 24 hours. Then you proceeds to profile them, that consists on to eliminate the excess of fat and to make to the skin a mounting cut in form of V, like it can be observed in images. Next we label it to know their complete trace. One writes down slaughter date, lot, etc. It is possible this way to control to the hams during all their cure process. After profiling, the hams pass to the process of having salted the pieces. They're under controlled atmospheric conditions. They are left approximately 1 day by kilo. Then a ham of 10 kilos would pass covered with salt, about 10 days. After their stay in the salt goes by a laundry to retire him all the spare salt and to pass it to an artificial drying room of controlled atmosphere. There, the hams are during 2 or 3 months. To continue in natural drying room their cure process where the hams and yokels will mature. The time that they need the hams for its maturation will depend on the weight of each piece. But approximately for our ham of maximum quality, pure of acorn, it will be from 30 to 40 months. We are speaking from 2.5 years to 3.5. The process of cured of the hams and front legs are more than a science, an art. In BEHER we have true artisans that watch over the 24 hours of the day this process, because of whom it will depend, without any doubt, to extract of this product all their potential, gustatory, smell and all those characteristics that make of the ham a true product of quality and design. Inocencio Sanchez explains to us. I began with the grandfather and founder. And now, after 36 years I am working for their grandson. In those alone beginnings we killed 4 to 6 pigs. And alone in the months of winter. Because we didn't have refrigerating cameras, and of there we went growing uninterruptedly to our current production. With the refrigerating cameras it is possible to take place during any time of the year. After the search salted in the camera during month and half. The true cure of the hams begins in natural dryers. Where maybe the most important in this stage is the control of the air currents. Mainly the cold airs coming from the north, with the result that the opening and closing of the windows will be those responsible for this process. Alone in very cold days the orientation windows can open up to the south. Always playing with them. Opening them at night and closing them during the day. This is uninterruptedly, including Saturdays and Sundays. For the hams the parties don't exist. They should be treated as if they were children. This process lasts from the 2 months. And the whole summer they happen. There, the hams sweat well. Then, they go to the cellar, so that they conserve the heat and all their aroma. This drying process and maturation is really important, where any failure, it would ruin the hams. A form of measuring the qualities of a ham, after having lapsed every month of its cure, is through the creek. It is there, where it is absolutely to have a lot of experience, and a privileged nose. Because thanks to her you proceeds to the true and definitive classification of the hams. You can determine if the hams are a little salted, a little sweet, something rancid, etc. It is the end of the process. And all the prestige goes with it that is achieved after so many years. A separate paragraph is necessary to determine the importance that has the acorn in this product of great quality. It is easy to identify their presence. Overalls in the color and texture of the fat, their color is yellowish, with a lot of shine, it is of soft texture and with a very soft pleasure. And mainly an intense flavor that he/she leaves after eating it and that it remains a time. Another ancestral trick to do this quality of fat coming from a feeding with acorns is like we see in the images. Introducing the finger in her. And compare how soft it is their texture. We see here also that the acorn is responsible for that intense color gold. It has more than 70 years of antiquity, and we cannot allow ourselves to give a product to our clients that it doesn't gather the maximum quality. From what we have seen in the dedication for the breeding and put on weight from the Iberian pigs to field, in absolute freedom, the manufacturing process, and overalls the minimum time period that needs the cure and maturation, make of the ham a product of refined quality. And taking in consideration that exposed, we can affirm that the ham is not expensive, but rather its price is in correspondence at its costs. Rather it has a good price. In the last 10 years it has developed a very aggressive campaign for the export of our hams and other derivative products of the Iberian pig in the international market. And we should admit it, with quite good results. It proves that there are 13 medals and other so many prizes and certificates that it has got in our company in national and international fairs. We have begun with Belgium, Holland, Germany, then in France. More difficult it has been the market Italian, since they also have their own production. Another market which we have exported with success is to the Japan. We think that this will be the bridge to extend for the Asia rest. We should not forget that this alert for their possible penetration in the potentially immense market North American. In summary, we still have left many countries to explore to seek full our aspirations of being a Spanish company with opening to the international markets. From our native Guijuelo, negotiates this whole infrastructure industrial agriculture, with efficiency, making use for it of the whole technology more modern available today. So much for the administration, upbringing like elaboration of the end product. Hopes this presentation has been the sufficiently clear thing, and one can have. Although it is approximate, an idea of the process of exploitation and production of the Iberian ham of acorn in our establishments. We thank to our faithful clients especially, and to all those that in a way or another has made possible the success of our company.